So, as the common fallacy goes, if money goes up in value, everyone will hoard it, no one will ever spend it, and the economy will collapse. Now, why is that wrong? First, we need to understand why natural price deflation occurs under sound money. Price deflation specifically occurs because growth has already happened. It's fundamentally really simple. There's an amount of stuff that, with our labor and the energy we have available, that we can make. And then there's an amount of money. If the amount of money stays the same, but we work to improve our processes, to improve our technology, to make our time and labor more productive, well, then the relative price of each of those things that we make, since there are more of them, will be lower in regards to the amount, or in relationship to the amount of money that exists. In other words, if the amount of productivity goes up and the amount of money stays the same, well, then the prices of the things we produce come down, which makes sense because they're easier to make. But the important thing to note here is that the productivity increase already happened. So the price falling is actually like a thermometer. It's not causing it to get cold or warm outside. It's simply reacting to the actual change in temperature. So in the case of naturally falling prices, it's simply informing us that growth has already happened. Now, the second thing is that we have to understand, what does it look like for money to go up in value? Stuff going on sale. That's it. Stuff goes on sale, prices get cut, merchants brag about it, and they put up big signs. So go back to the initial claim. The prevailing argument by the counterfeit class of why we should be afraid of sound money is that as more stuff goes on sale, people will buy less of it. By this logic, Black Friday should be the worst sales day every single year. So the price is falling explicitly to incentivize people to spend. Stuff goes on sale because you want more people to buy it. And it works. It's been working forever. And it so happens that we actually have a really good example of this in front of us all the time. The entire tech industry experiences massive, persistent deflation, and has for 30 plus years. That's because the amount of growth and innovation that occurs in that sector outpaces the growth of the money supply. So all of the actual inflation tends to accrue in slower moving industries, or show up in slower moving industries like higher education, healthcare, real estate, these things that don't have 2x advantages and improvements every single year, but take 30 years, 50 years to see that sort of improvement. But it's important to understand that the falling prices of TVs are not some abstract exception to the rule of price deflation. It is a perfect example of exactly what natural price deflation is in the economy. So back to our initial claim one last time. If money goes up in value, no one will spend it, everyone will hoard it, and the economy will go into a depression. This is the same thing as saying, if stuff goes on sale, people will buy less of it, and that the tech sector, which has witnessed 30 or more years of consistent price deflation, it must, as a consequence, be the slowest growing, least productive, and lowest wage paying sector of the economy. But anybody with 5 warm brain cells can see that the tech industry is and has been the cornerstone of all of the growth in the US economy for those exact 30 years. So the premise isn't just slightly wrong. It's perfectly opposite of the truth, and we see it in front of us all the time. Natural price deflation under sound money is actually the single most important means by which we accrue the wealth that we contribute to society. It's why our wages should go up in value, and it's exactly why our lives would be getting easier and not harder. But thanks to our fiat system, all of that added benefit is covertly stolen by the counterfeit class, plus a little bit on top of that just for fun. All collected by people who contribute nothing meaningful to society other than the manipulation of the accounting system by which we sort out who owns what. And most sinister of all is we have been convinced to believe that what we should be afraid of is stuff always getting more affordable. What's really happening is that we're getting charged for a 2,000 square foot house, but we're only living in 1,100 square feet because they forced us to use a fraudulent tape measure. So where's the extra 900 square feet? It's on their super yachts. It's in their 5 mansions. It's on their private planes. And it's in the monuments they build to their own self-importance. Fiat money is just slavery with extra steps. The more you know. Please don't keep your Bitcoin on an exchange. Get a hardware wallet and withdraw it. This guy's take was brought to you by the Coldcard hardware wallet. If you actually want to own your Bitcoin and you want a 9% discount, use promo code BitcoinAudible at CoinKite.com.